Welcome to another episode of Middle Ground with JLE L.L.C, where we treat you like family. That's the theme song, Detroit Love, off my first album, The JLE Experience. I own the music and copyright. Don't mean on Facebook. Need to say that. Welcome to another great guest for this season 12. We have human trafficking awareness advocate, Roger DeHart. Welcome to the show.
It's my pleasure. Thank you, Jeffrey. My pleasure.
I appreciate you, brother. First question, what led you to this path?
Well, I'm going to give you two answers. Okay. Initially, I thought, well, first I want to thank you, Jeffrey, for allowing me to share this platform with you. That always means a lot to me. But initially, I thought I just wanted to bring awareness, which I did. But one weekend, I kind of traveled. I went to Orlando, and I did a lot of thinking and brainstorming, and I realized the deep-rooted issue why I wanted to do it is because when I was in prior to going to middle school, my father died, and I went to pretty rough middle school in the following months, and I got bullied a couple of times, and I remember telling myself as I got older that I don't want anyone else to feel like they have no security, they have no one that will defend them, they have no support in that, and so I think that's why I got involved, because it came from my soul, and I really wanted to be a great ally to survivors of human trafficking.
I feel that. Now, what is a human trafficking awareness advocate?
For me, it is someone who, because I used to think, because you hear this term a lot, that you want to be a voice for survivors, but that's kind of inaccurate, because their lives are voices enough, So that's why I consider myself an ally to survivors, because for me, I take it very seriously, and I'm just someone who wants to amplify their message. You know what I mean? Want to amplify what they've gone through and rally around them, because they honestly, Jeffrey, they are the true heroes in all of this, because they've endured scars and pains, and that will stay with them, but yet you'll see them, and they'll be the biggest servants, they'll be the biggest, your biggest supporters, and they're amazing. They're amazing people. So that's kind of how I sum it up and how I see my role.
Okay. So definitely, I mean, it's been going on a lot, and more light has been shined on it, even before COVID. Especially out here, a lot of young Black females being taken. And you start seeing people on Facebook like, hey, I saw this truck, this plate. They on this street. If you over there, let me know. I'm calling the cops now. And some people like, well, I'm over there. I'm about to cut them off. I'm legal out here. They make citizens stop. And they were saving people. So before COVID, you did see, I know out here, that people were really getting involved to protect the community from that.
Right.
COVID slowed it down, but hopefully it picked back up to where people really ain't just gonna, oh, that ain't my problem. They're gonna get involved.
Right.
Now, how does a survivor get help?
From my what I've learned from survivors, I get most of my knowledge from survivors. The ones that I've spoken to, because each person is different. You know what I mean? I've known of survivors that found a friend to confide in, and have given them the strength they need to go speak to other advocates, and their healing process begins from then. You know what I mean? So it's really no set way, but I know one thing: it's finding someone you can trust, someone who you feel safe around, someone who will not judge you, and giving you and helping you to find the next level of strength. You know what I'm saying? And so and there's also of course, let me get this while I'm here. Let me get the human trafficking.
Where you go? We'll get them back. It's an important topic.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can. You gotta stop.
Okay. I want to my phone is sorry, my phone is kind of acting up. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay. Human trafficking.
Oh, now you stopped.
Sorry, man. Sorry, I'm not going. I was trying to read the legal. Sorry. Okay. I got your message. I froze. Sorry about that. But
No
pretty
problem.
much it's
The devil don't want to hear this, but we're gonna slap him in the mouth.
yeah. It's someone, human trafficking is pretty much someone being exploited for use of sexual favors or labor. It's exploitation of the most vulnerable. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. Like before I got involved in this, I saw the movie Taken. I always thought human trafficking was like, oh man, that's happening in other countries. That's only on a big scale. It's right in pretty much every zip code in the country. You know what I mean? Because you got people taking advantage of the most vulnerable. And so we have to be very aware of that because so we can be able to recognize, the signs and if someone's in that situation.
Now, what are some signs?
You got anything from physical signs can be bruises, scars, things like that. Change of appearance. All of a sudden, you got someone, a young lady or a young man, um, they're 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 changing as far as for a young lady, they have more jewelry, they have more accessories, they have more things that they normally can't afford. You know what I mean? You'll see a victim withdraw, kind of isolate, and you'll see, you know, as a parent, I'll notice if something is affecting my kid because something's quite different here. You'll notice depression, anxiety. You'll notice someone changing in a way that is unlike their character.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And let me give you. Can I share a quick story?
Dude, go ahead. This show about you, brother.
Oh, okay. I in 2018, I did a walk from South Florida to Washington D.C. to raise awareness about human trafficking, and I'll never forget. I stopped in a place called Satellite Beach, which is in Florida, and I was at a McDonald's, and the manager came out. He knew what I was doing because they publicized it. And he said, Rod, I want to share a story that happened a couple months ago here. There was a 15-year-old girl. She would go to that McDonald's Monday through Friday to study. A very wholesome girl. A very came from a great family. A Christian, a straight A student, literally a straight A student. What happened was a 26-year-old guy saw her pattern, and so he went to the McDonald's, and this was his first conversation with her. Said, "Hey, I noticed you come here every day to study." He said, "I think that's awesome. There needs to be more students like you. You're gonna become whatever you want to become in life because you have a great study habit and you're gonna go a long way with it." He said, "Hey, if I can do anything to help you, just let me know. By the way, here's $100." Came back the next day, said, "Hey, I thought about you last night. I don't know you, but I'm very proud of you. I'm supporting you 100%. I'm totally behind you. I'm glad I met you." Gave her another $100. Came back the third day and said, "Hey, look, I'm not going to stay here long. I want to give you my number. So if you ever need anything, please don't hesitate." And he said, "Oh, by the way, here's another $100." Then he asked, he said, "Can we get together this weekend at Dairy Queen? So we can talk about, if there's anything I can do to help out, anything I can do to support you." So unfortunately, they got together that Saturday. They met at Dairy Queen. They talked for a couple hours, and he convinced her that he will take her home. Well, he never took her home. He took her to a hotel, and there were four older gentlemen, waiting for her. And you can imagine what happened the rest of the night. And unfortunately, she became a victim of human trafficking. And I will never forget that story because I'm thinking this girl here, she was totally this wasn't in her plan. She was doing the right thing, trying to make a better success, and this gentleman preyed on that. And she eventually got out of it, but she's scarred with that. And so the manager told me that, and I'll never forget. He said it. He said, I wish I'd have been more educated about this because I could have stopped this. That's why it's so important that we educate ourselves and we see things that just don't seem right and we act on it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, I already have to go there. The study says may have been wrong at home, unfortunately, which was the first problem. Because she just, they got Wi-Fi. That should be a safe place, but predators everywhere, and we don't always pay attention like we came up back in the day. Any grown up approach a kid, everybody like, why you talking to that kid? Do you know?
Right.
Oh, no, get up out of here. I was just instant in the 80s and early 90s coming up. Like, you don't know that kid, get up out of here. I know I've been sitting here last hour and nobody been over there. You get out of here. It's gonna be a problem.
Right.
So we kind of got away from that. That ain't my business. And that community of it to where we need to get back to. What you doing? Leave that kid alone. It's wrong. Right. Don't take nothing from that person. Don't do it.
Right.
Come over here.
That's right.
You got the pedophile cats that want to. Ooh, I see a young one. Nah. And nowadays it ain't just that. It's the trafficking.
Yeah, that's right.
Trying to be a friend with a different form of candy, give them to trust them, and then go there and do that.
Right.
Stuff they shouldn't do.
Yeah.
They need to be under the jail cell.
Yeah.
Now, I have looked up. They have a national hotline and website. So I'm keep that going across the screen. I'll put that on when I finish the show and put everything on LinkedIn and other social media so they can find the same information.
Sure.
Because I never thought about it myself. Like, okay, well, they got to have something that if you need help, something centrally located.
Right.
Anybody watching, you have a website, National Human Trafficking website, and a hotline to get help. We talk about signs. Get out of here. You're playing. I got everything on. Do not disturb. Still get through. Now, are there certain hotspot areas that has this issue more?
Of course, you got the big venues. You have Super Bowl time. We had Super Bowl in Miami a few years back, and that was a big deal. It was
yeah, they did a sting. I heard about that.
Yeah, you got Super Bowl. You have any kind of big venue, even this new Homestead. What is it called? The race car thing in Homestead. That's a big deal down here as well. But also, some interesting I found out last year. One of my friends, she's a survivor in Tampa, and she said one of the biggest events, even beyond the Super Bowl, for trafficking, is the Fort Lauderdale International Boat Show. Because you got these billionaires and millionaires from all over the world coming over, Fort Lauderdale, and she told me that she would every year she would have to come down here and meet the demands of these men. But so you got that part of it, but you got Jeffrey. It's like this. Of course, the strip clubs. You got, unfortunately, a lot of young ladies are being exploited there. You got even colleges. You got older men coming on college campuses and offering these young ladies and young men, money, um, exploiting them as well. It's all throughout the community, all throughout the cities. So to answer your question, it's more overwhelming because it's pretty much like I said in every zip code. You know what I'm saying? You got it in a very affluent areas. You got it in the hood. You know what I'm saying?
Now, has Congress made some stricter laws against trafficking?
Honestly, that part of it I'm still learning myself, but I do know in Florida, I think it was last year that the governor signed a bill making it holding hotels accountable if they know trafficking is going on there. Because I know down here we had hotels down here, they knew what was going on, but yet they never like stopped it. And so now, if
wow,
now if it's proven that they know, they can get fined and get some more, some more punishment for not taking
they
action.
need to be locked up too. Conspiracy. You know what's going on, but they paid you 20 grand in cash, for example. You're gonna turn a blind eye to, oh, don't go up on third floor.
Right, right, exactly. To me, they're just as guilty to me.
Yeah, you need to be locked up too.
Yeah,
that's terrible.
Yeah.
Now I noticed in the back of your page on LinkedIn, what is First Stop?
First Stop is my I started a nonprofit organization, and to be honest with you, Jeffrey, I started it because, like I said, in 2018, I decided to do a walk to Washington D.C. and people were donating left and right. I'm like, man, let me start a 501c3 nonprofit so they can at least write off on their taxes. So that's pretty much why I initially started. I can't say I'm one of those always involved with my organization, but I need to be more involved with it. You know what I mean? But yeah, I do have a nonprofit. Huh?
It's a process, but you did start.
Yeah, that's true. And so, it's called First Stop Inc., which means saving teens and others from predators. And so, so I got, matter of fact, by May 1st, you have to renew things or you'll get fined $400. So I would definitely do that in the next couple of days. But so I do have a nonprofit, and I'm gonna get it back where it needs to be.
Okay. Now, when you did your walk in 2018, how long did it take?
It took exactly 52 days from Fort Lauderdale to Washington, D.C. Yeah, 52 days.
Wow.
In the following year, I did a walk from the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco down to San Diego. That took, I believe, 41 days.
You getting it in, brother. You getting all the steps.
Yeah, I felt it.
Now, what did you notice a lot as you were walking? Because that's a tremendous thing to do.
Well, let me tell you, the first thing I noticed was, man, people litter like crazy, man. I saw all kind of stuff on the. Yeah, I saw all kind of litter. I saw a lot of roadkill, animals. Jeffrey, at one point your mind start playing tricks on you. I'm walking through Jacksonville, Florida, right, and there's a sign that says, "Be careful of bobcats."
Okay.
Man, I'm saying to myself, if a bobcat rushed me, what am I going to do? So I'm walking, but I'm looking in the bushes. I'm thinking, man, there's some eyes looking at me right now. But nothing happened. God protected me, but your mind starts playing tricks on you sometimes. Man. But I have a lot of great stories, a lot of funny stories too, man, along the way.
I mean, it's amazing. Grace God, you was able to do it, get there and get back safely. Now, after you did it, would you catch a plane home or a bus?
Yeah, when I made it to the Capitol, I stayed in Washington a couple of days, and then I think the Washington D.C. police they they want to host me a plane ticket home, so they brought me a plane ticket home, man. Just to show their appreciation.
Okay. How much attention did it get when you did that walk?
Surprisingly, it really it a lot. You know, I was getting emails, and I say this humbly, Jeffrey. I was getting emails from all over the world from survivors. They start sharing their story with me, and that meant the world to me. You know what I mean? And Congress gave me an award, you know, Congressional Record Award, and you know, I've got a lot of. They made a movie out of it. It was part of the Fort Lauderdale International Film Festival. You know, and so all these things I'm very grateful for, and I guard my heart from being big-headed. But I'm very grateful that, you know, people acknowledge, you know, that.
What's the name of the movie?
It's called hold on, because I haven't watched it in a while. What's the name of my movie? Hold on, let me look it up right quick.
Sure.
Give me 1 second. It's been a while since I. Yeah. It's kind of like the Roger DeHart story. But let me just verify that, all right?
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Okay, it was called the No More Miles Walk movie.
No More Miles Walk movie.
Yeah, it's on Vimeo.
Okay.
Yeah, it's only like 57 minutes long, but it you know, it was a short film, but it was I was very grateful that a guy took interest in wanting to do that. You know.
Hey, the fact someone made a movie about it, dude. I got on 32 countries watching. You gotta let them know.
Oh, okay.
I let them know all that you've done with this. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, thank you. I
the dedication that you stuck with it and got to DC. Then you did enough.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Hey, I'll share a funny story with you, right? I was walking, and right before the Georgia state line, in Florida, there's a little small city called Yulee, Florida. And so I get there, get to my hotel, you know, I made a reservation, all stuff there. And they said, okay, let me have your license and registration. I said, here's my license. I said, I don't have a registration because I didn't drive here. You could tell she was having a rough day. I'll never forget her name. Her name was Barbara. I said, Barbara, you know, I just have my license. She said, well, we've had a lot of car break-ins, and we're liably responsible for your. I said, ma'am, I didn't walk here. I said, ma'am, I walked here. She said, look, I don't have time for games. So you're either gonna give me this or you're not gonna get a room. I said, can I speak to your manager, please? Mark came out, nice guy. I said, Mark, look, you know, I understand the policy here, but I really walked here. I got my license, my feet hurting. Been a long day, boy. I just want a room. You know, he's like, sir, we've had some break-ins, and we really can't give you unless you prove. I said, you have a computer? I said, Google No More Miles Walk, that's the name of it, and you'll see my story come up. It came up. Oh man! So they gave me a free room.
Nice. Look at everything I did do. Man, it's the last thing hey. Full jazz story. I ain't got time for it today.
Right. So, Mark, as I walking away, get with my room key, Barbara give me a little side eye. I said, "Oh."
I mean, had she been nice, you probably would have, you know.
Yeah, you know.
Shout out to Barbara, she's doing better.
Yeah, yeah.
Check more. She had better days.
Right. And also, before I forget, I'm an author. I published a book about my walk about 6 months ago. It's called "With Every Step: An Imperfect Man on a Miraculous Journey."
With every step, an imperfect man.
On a miraculous journey.
On a miraculous journey?
Yes. It's on Amazon.
Okay. Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
See, now, author in front of your name. You got to put that on your LinkedIn, brother. You got to update that.
Yeah, I know. I'm not used to that yet, man.
Put your video on there, too. Let people know you've done that. See the awards for this. Update your resume, as I was once told. Clarine Mitchell, former guest of the show. Shout out to her. She's talking about the LinkedIn streets. So people can know and might get more help when they see all the stuff that you
Right. Okay. Good deal.
And let them know you got a nonprofit as well on there.
Okay.
I get more people want to partner with you, have some resources.
Right. You gotta say hi to Miss Yolanda, who kind of introduced us. And hi, Yolanda. I appreciate you and thanks for everything you're doing.
Oh, for sure. Good people. On reach part of the show, it's your floor to market, promote what you got going on and coming up. Floor is yours.
Yeah. So my next mission is going to be California again. If God willing, I'll be doing a walk because I stayed connected to the San Diego Human Trafficking Task Force out there, and they want me to do a walk through their city. So we've been trying to. It was supposed to happen a couple months ago, but that's when they had all the rains and stuff, so we had to postpone it. So we're in the final stages of making it happen. So I'll be, as soon as I find out the exact date, I'm going to post it. But it's going to be in San Diego, and it's going to be through the city of San Diego.
Awesome. Let's see. I want to go check out.
Oh man, it'd be an honor if you would come, Jeffrey. I'd be honored.
Yeah, let's see if I can make it out there, brother.
Okay.
I know I need a vacation. We're doing a week. I work on the weekend. God put you on a purpose. You gotta keep grinding.
That's right.
Anything else? You got T-shirts for your first stop?
I normally get them. I get them done right before the walk, and I give them to whatever guests come out there. I give them out there for free, and I also what I do also every year, I give a free weekend to a survivor of human trafficking, like a hotel stay, airfare, Yeah, so just to show my appreciation for them.
Okay. Well, what's something I can do? Just make sure if I was gonna have a plan B. You know what week and month, day type stuff it'll be?
That's the thing. I know it'll be. I'm sure it'll be in June sometime.
During the week or weekend, possibly?
Normally the weekend. Normally the weekend,
okay.
So people can make it out there. Yeah, normally on a Saturday morning.
Okay, well, that's what I do. When you do it, you hit me up, and you can live stream you walking.
Awesome. Oh yeah. Okay.
You do a live stream show. You walking. Bring more awareness to it.
Love it.
So add this live stream. June, San Diego walk. And boom, boom. Huh. So once you have the information, let me know, and will you do this while you walking? We live stream.
Awesome. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you so much.
Whatever the Middle Ground brand can do to help bring awareness to it, man. It's serious stuff.
Yeah.
People need help. Quiet, so I ain't act serious nothing. Any other thing going on? Another book you might write?
Not as of yet, but I'll definitely consider that pretty soon.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
But,
every year.
Go ahead.
Every year, I'm going to Washington D.C. Next month, May 19th, because that's the date that I made it to D.C. So I go there every year to kind of celebrate. You know what I mean? 19th. Yeah, May 19th. You know how it is. That day, it's not special to most people, but it's special to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so I go to I go to the exact same spot where I ended, and it just means a lot.
Yeah. Absolutely. I get that, man. That's a big thing.
Yeah. You know what? It was weird too. Last week, I was questioning myself. Saying, should I go this year? I just let it. I'm saying no. I got to fight to keep this legacy alive. Because no one else gonna do it. You know what I mean? It's kind of like my baby, so I got to fight for that. You know, so yeah,
absolutely. I mean, dude, you're a real life superhero. You got a movie made about you. Congress gave you an award. People brought attention to it. People got help. Might be people there to commemorate with you, and you still doing it. Some people still struggling with what their purpose is, and even to make a first move on it. You out here, you putting work in.
You know, Jeff. You know, too. The one thing I want to encourage your audience with is this: I did it during a very low point in my life. You know, I got divorced a few years back, and I felt guilty about that. You know, I just felt unworthy. I felt like I was at a low point emotionally, and I honestly feel like God used that because He used that walk to help heal me more. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard to explain, but I just feel like God just, you know, blessed it in ways that I can only imagine, man. You know, the people I met along the way, the hospitality that was shown, and just the support. And let me tell you this story right here too. I was walking through Wilmington, North Carolina, right, and I'm walking by myself at this point because I got a lot of police escort. But at this point, I'm walking by myself. So there's a guy with a big Confederate flag truck, tattooed, pull in front of me. I said, "Oh boy!" So he gets out the truck. He gives me 2 cold Gatorades and $50. His name is Billy Bob. That's his real name, Billy Bob. Billy Bob said, Billy Bob said he had been following my story. He has 3 daughters, and said it meant a lot to him what I was doing. Man, we sat on the back of Billy Bob's truck, and Jeffrey and connected like we know each other forever, man. And awesome. Think about this: you got a black guy and a white guy, Confederate flag truck. People passing by looking like, "What the heck going on here?" You know what I'm saying? And it was Jeffrey. It was. I was so blown away by that. Yeah, I called my mom and I said, "Mom, you know what? Today I was reminded to not judge the look of a man, but the heart of a man."
Absolutely. You know, I mean, it was that neighbor is thyself, and everybody got kids. If you someone that got an issue with people of any color, if your child was in danger and that person could help them, you're gonna put that to the side and want them to help your kid, and you're gonna.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right.
They could have said, "Well, you don't like me anyway, so beat it," and your kid,
right?
Whatever the fate happened, but this person intervened. Right. God is too strong out here if you be a dirtbag like that.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right.
Not too strong. Whatever you call him, he's too strong.
Yeah, that's right.
And you walking in news story, I know it touched a lot of dads' heart that, wow, I wouldn't want to take my kid and do all that crap to him. This dude bring awareness to it. Maybe that might make them, even just hearing that story, be paying attention to females out when they're out and about more. Now, if they see them not with a group by themselves, just watching to make sure they straight. The other thing could have started creating that community again to a degree where people were doing. I watch it on YouTube. Someone had created like scenario videos of a dude walking up on kids trying to kidnap or whatever, see what people would do. And it was amazing to see people were stepping in, especially men, or if a dad was talking bad to his kid, mothers was, hey, what's going on? But you saw people actually concerned and trying to help. Compared to wow, that ain't my business. Let me walk over here. A lot of men, no matter nationality, like, hey man, this kid said they'll none, leave this girl alone.
That's right. That's right.
Last warning, bro, I'm legal. I don't even know they don't know the skit, but it's just showing they thinking it's a real scenario and they actually will step in and help.
Right. Right.
So that's big.
Yeah.
And having low points, I've been there.
Yeah.
When I got separated, that's when I found my purpose. Had time to think.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Because when I was trying to get my degree, you couldn't tell me I'd be doing this, man. I would laugh at you.
Wow.
I do music. That's it. I ain't doing all this.
Right.
What? No. Stranger danger.
Right.
I know if people look at my LinkedIn now, I did it for a class assignment in business back in like 2017.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't look at that page ever again. So I got my degree in the mail and posted.
Wow.
It's
Wow.
amazing all that stuff that's on there now.
Yeah.
In fact, I got a newsletter. I got to write an article this weekend for the month. But you couldn't tell me I'm doing all this right now.
Wow. Isn't that amazing, man?
I know it's about me. So it's quite humbling.
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah.
Now, what has been your biggest challenge?
My biggest challenge has been honestly, my biggest challenge has been as a man advocate. And let me just tell you, Jeffrey, I don't say this with like any kind of animosity, any kind of like anger or anything. I say it in truth and honesty. But as a man, in which I don't mind because I understand many times from based on what survivors tell me what they've gone through. But as a man, many times I'm the only male at the event at an event, and so my motives are questioned. I mean, they'll come to you and ask me, "What's your motive?" No, not that, but I can just tell. But I don't mind at all because I signed up for this, and I understand that many times men are what caused this person to fall.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And so for me, it's constantly guarding my heart, and it's constantly reminding myself, "Hey, you may not be well received at times because you're a man."
Mm-hmm.
So that's probably the biggest challenge. And like I said, I embrace it. I'm not bitter about it. I embrace it totally. On the flip side,
I got not get involved with this like you're doing. So
right.
that I will be
Jeffrey, right, exactly. Jeffrey, on the flip side, because one of the questions I get is, have you ever been involved in this? How has this affected you? And something, I'm like, man, you know, this. I've never been trafficked. I've never been a trafficker, obviously. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But like I told you from the beginning, why I got involved because that bullying incident that happened to me. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And so, you know, so that's my biggest challenge. Is being embraced.
Look at that. In your words,
not to mention, and Jeffrey, not to mention, you know, you got a lot of men that have been in position of authority. A lot of men that have been advocates, but yet you found out later on that they've abused these survivors, victims. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, and so, you know what I'm saying? So you got that part of it too.
Make sure you ain't a fox in the hen house. I got you. They need to be under the jail cell. It's supposed to be there to help.
Yeah.
In your words, what has been your impact in the community?
I think the biggest compliment I always get is, Raj, I knew nothing about how serious this was until you did that walk. So I think, and I say this humbly, I think God has used me to bring a lot of awareness throughout the country.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's how I feel has been my.
We don't talk about the news really, but it goes on.
Yeah,
you know, we don't want to dampen nobody's day, so to speak. So they might put fluff pieces on instead of this is going on in the area or the region.
Right.
Oh, wait a minute. I didn't know that. Then
Right.
people start getting involved and attention, all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Now, I mean, that Yoda game that made you feel comfortable, relaxed. There's great advice about to give. What advice do you have for someone trying to find their purpose?
My advice is, number one, wrestle with yourself. Meaning, I believe we're all designed I believe we God designed us to have that specific purpose that only we can fulfill. And I feel like we're most fulfilled when we act on that purpose. Because many people, unfortunately, many people will think about things they want to do and even their purpose, but never act on it.
True.
So my biggest advice is, dibble dabble in it. Do some soul searching. Like I say, when I drove to Atlanta at the time, and it hit me why I was, why I decided what I did. It's because I took time for myself and just think, okay, what fulfills me? What gives me the greatest joy in life? What way of helping people makes me thrive?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And don't be afraid to take that first step. And that's always the hardest one, that first step. Because trust me, when I told people I was going to do this walk to Washington, oh my gosh, you know how much criticism, how much all that came with it. But in my heart of heart, I felt like this was my calling.
Yeah. You might get some people that'll be, what's wrong with you? But
yeah,
God told you to do it. That's what you should be doing.
Yeah.
Because he ain't gonna have you do it, and you be jacked up.
Right.
The biggest question I get with doing this is, you ain't made money yet? Like, well, God told me to do it, so at some point I will need some resources.
Right.
I want to believe He gonna have that covered when it's time. Just make sure I be humble and do the work, and do it with the right fever and passion that I should be doing with, compared to, I got another guest, I'm gonna do this.
Right.
Do it like it's the first time, and making sure that tagline is the status quo. We'll treat you like family, make you feel comfortable, share their story. Because I was at 31 countries. When I just checked my stats, I know I got 32. So people are watching.
Come on, Jeffrey.
Someone will see this and gotta have the right vibe and energy, so the person that's there is comfortable to share their story, to where they're like, you know what, I don't want to do what that person doing, but I'm supposed to open a bookstore. I need to start researching, start right now. That's what they need.
Yeah.
Accomplish.
Yep.
Has it been your first podcast?
Second one.
Okay.
Awesome. But this, Jeffrey, this is a very relaxing one. Like very you ask the right questions, and so you make it very easy and comfortable to talk and share. So I appreciate that.
Yeah,
I can tell you. In other words, I could tell it's your calling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, my dad was a pastor, so guy, he was kind of funny. You ain't gonna do what your dad did. Nope. I'm gonna find another one. I done but didn't peep game until like a month ago. Like,
yeah,
this dude got me doing ministry. What? Oh, he dirty. Okay, I got you. I'm glad you definitely continue to do it. Like I said,
thank you.
When you do have that day set up, we can do a live stream of the show while you're walking. I'll put a fire out to market. That's I can't put my eyeball.
I appreciate that.
Have something where people want to donate to. I can put that across the screen as well, so
sure
people can help, because this is an issue. And I remember last year's Super Bowl, they said they round up over 100-something people. Like, what?
Yeah.
You tell me a football event, this is the biggest time they got this going on. Like, dog, that's terrible. That's somebody dog or sister. Ain't cool. Well, I hope you enjoyed being on the middle ground. You're always welcome back.
Thank you, Jeffrey. It was a great honor. I mean that totally. Thank you very much.
I mean you, man. You real life superhero out here. You putting in work. You helping people.
Thank you. That means a lot. Thank you, man.
Keep it up. Whenever you might have them moments.
Yeah.
This is what God called you to do. He got you. So don't worry about nothing. Keep working. Keep grinding.
I appreciate
So we
it.
definitely want to thank Human Trafficking Awareness Advocate, author Roger DeHart. He's going to update that LinkedIn, let people know about this great stuff he's done.
Yeah.
Get more help. I'm put in the description a link to his book as well. And if I can't find it, I'll put a link to the video as well, because gotta let people know. That's great stuff going out here. And I hope everybody enjoyed the weekend. I'm pretty sure we made a record. I think I saw for the NFL draft downtown, having the most people, over 700,000. So people enjoying downtown Detroit. Come check it out. A lot of stuff to do.
Nice. And
when we get a chance, we have to link up and chop it up, brother.
Yes, sir. I look forward to that, Jeffrey.
Me too. Until next time, everybody, y'all have a great night.
Thank you. Y'all take care now.
All right.
All right.
Detroit raised me. Detroit.